No hope of that with as little energy as you have. Yippee-ki-yay! This must be Bionucleus 7H. Better be careful. The contamination here can mess with your molecular structure. Love to hear a mount's footbeat. A crossway. This means you have a choice to make. Which way? That's a... looks like... Nothing, huh? This might be the end of everything as we know it. Want to get your arms swole? Grab those guns, flexors. Got to time it right to make them work. Left, right, left, right. Pumping good. Looking better. Not going to... Wheel the control box handles to buzz the wire. Wired up and ready to go. Sharp shirt, smart to protect your melon. Now walk the walk, pants. That's not too bad. If you're tired, maybe find a place to rest. That's more than stuck. Someone locked it solid. Smell that? Biohazard nearby. When a story comes to you, pay attention. Couldn't just be open, eh? You can see the horizon now.
Fruta, tukmaz na heg.
Peddler is eager for you to have a look.
Smalafaniana.
Seize your... filling your pockets. Fair enough all around.
Tolo madro, tolo uchurro.
Heard you were a somber kid and is glad.
Me kõõmakõl.
Has plenty to do, so... Look at those notices on the board. Too bad the Gnotes couldn't read them. If you wander around here, you might find Noko. She just loves those Gnotes. Once the power ran out, it made sense. Powered types of transportation polluted the world, but didn't poop in the street. Obviously, they didn't have their priorities right in those days. Watch your step here, and you might find tracks of another traveler.
Puri kumbala muma. Sana yote.
Nooks isn't an easy language, but at least it's manageable. She says she is so happy to see you again.
Ritsentende.
She wonders if you remember her. She's Noko. She let you ride her Majut when you were a kid.
Kanoruta.
Noko remembers you used to chase around with so much energy and is glad to see you haven't lost any of that spark.
Andro?
But that's all long gone now, though. Memories show.
Anarolote.
Seems reluctant to even say its name. It's become personal to her too, since it's taken so many of her innocent Gnotes as prey.
Anoraka babum.
Noko remembers those days too, but she never lets herself wallow in them, no matter how tempting that can be.
Amun.
She sees you're back to buck with Lupa Lupin. Can't see how there's any way to avoid that now. Not for long, at least.
Drobalu.
She says the horrors of your younger days were enough to ruin anyone, but not you. You've got all that cheer about you still.
Monibasa.
Noko says history is like the trail you've been on. You can walk back down it any time you like, until it's walked.
Kialduma le kanoto.
She wants Lupa Lupin to pay too, even though she strongly believes forgiveness is the strongest revenge.
Bam! The dark wins again. Right? Right?
You're always going to stumble with the dark.
Don't doubt the dark.
It's okay if I curse the dark just this once, isn't it?
I'm just glad to be on the winning side.
Asadurutu.
Asks how many paths you've wandered in the world, and if you ever wonder about what might have changed if
Arialoche nui mumera.
the choices can be overwhelming, but you have to choose, or you just stay where you are. And what kind of choice is that?
Inyavaldu.
So happy the world is going to live, would have been crushed to see all the Gnotes die with it.
Polakudo.
Likes that you stood up for the world and spurred your way toward helping it out.
Asilnatu.
Glad you saw the light with the myriad. They always bring a sparkliness to any day, and sometimes the nights too.
Kamonu.
They're just so shiny, makes her smile to think about them.
Ala.
But let's not speak of that now.
Sana yote.
She has an idea where the Majut might have gone, as there's no other place it likes as much as its own corner of the open wild. She's even named it the Majut Meadow.
Andro?
The Majut will recognize the scent you've attracted while being here, so it'll probably trust you enough to follow you.
Kamonu.
You should lead the Majut back here when you find it. It's going to take...
Pialtuma.
She's sad that something as wild as the hoof puff can't be tamed, but... Let's see. Better than a bare head. How majestical. away from that biohazard, you'll want to wash yourself off for a month. You found the Majut meadow. Watch out for the Majut. Article. A smart foe would lead. Ching. The day is getting on. Now that the Majut is back in the pen, it seems calm. But Knocker...
Andro?
She says the Majut is still anxious, but fortunately she knows...
Tuku.
The Majut once found and ate a bonbon gummy by mistake, and that...
Tukonda.
She says that you should find some bonbon gummies for the Majut by the crossway. At least, that's where she found...
Kanyala no toro.
It's easy to describe. A crossway is where roads meet in a knot and merge. Buffer than ever. Even up in the mountains, you can't touch the sky.
big job for a harvest.
Oh. got what you wanted. Tippy tapper. Gonna need a key of some kind. You flick the switches in order to green-light the current and activate the electrons in the panel. Good. The loop is electrified enough to spark. Feel that's a motored blind box dispenser. These auto markets were quite popular in the long gone for those who had coin left. Cranks like these usually need to be wound to operate the dispenser. What you see is what you get, once it's out of the blind box, that is.
Amun.
With its attention diverted to the chewy bonbon gummy, the Majut calms down. But Noko is still concerned.
Masan mal.
She's relieved the Majut has calmed down, but you'll need a heavier sit-tight to ride it than the one she's got.
Arialoche nui mumera.
The only sit-tight she can think of that would be heavy enough is one she's spotted mounted on an old-world mecha-Majut.
Pala.
If she remembers correctly, she spotted it.
Asana yotpa.
Seems the old world had plenty to offer, an all-in-one place for those obsessed with material things. Best part of this ride is it runs on green stuff. An old home still standing. Down to half your health. Hot metal. Yellow burst. Says there's an interesting place nearby that no one knows about, but doesn't really want to talk about it right now. Needs a logical reason to reveal the secret. Says it's hard to keep a secret from someone as smart as you. Unless we work to save the tree, it won't look so Seems like the cranks need to be unturned in the right order if you want to crack the strong box open. This one should hold up well. No matter how high the mountains get, the sky is always higher. You've finally found the village of Bumlidoff. The Tree of Life still stands. Question is, for how long?
Over geschaut of Kodle Bilunis.
Inga no hau, yudelui yuktone.
No, you pilitoya.
Ito lugar sa
Peddler is
fanaso.
Il zabazawa. Gola bazawa. Zawa na ma bam bam ba.
Rak tuibe. Dola sumala me, rik wanatsenga.
claims to have strange things.
Rana ya.
Let's see. Dawn must be coming soon, because it's awfully dark right now. Bang Shelter 6I is right here. Seems like it's in working order too. This area is blazing hot. You'd better have something that'll keep you cool if you're going in. A story has got to keep moving forward. Glad to see some wood scrap there. The Smilo Shopperia. Yes, shopping here put a smile on your face. It's a long way down from the top of the mountains. Boxes like this are few and far between. It's true that the eye box is a medium. The antenna needs to be pointed in the right direction. It's true that the eye box is a medium. It's rare. The antenna needs to be pointed in the right direction. As the eye box broadcasts, it's hit or miss, but when it does hit, it's usually right in the fields. Not opening for you. That's sure to be useful. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. Odd things lurk in the darkest parts of the underworld. Now hold on. You need to loosen the bolts without rattling the mechanism. That's it. The sit-tight is loose. Time to stop horsing around and get the sit-tight back to Noko. Now that the Majut's got a mouthful of bonbon gummy and the brand new sit-tight is in place, the Majut is ready to ride. Noko's been training another fantabulous little critter that'll hopefully become a distraction for the hoof puff when you confront it. She's called them glitter moths, and the best way to find them is to go talk to Mito. She's asked him to... You'll find Mito at Bright. They're small airborne creatures with... Says there's an interesting... Says there's no reason to make threats. Would have told you... Congratulates you for making the world a better place. Hopes to see you again soon. Oh, you get used to the beastly smell, I hear. We are lonesome animals that spend all our life trying to be less lonesome.
Sei cantum.
With the world getting darker by the day, there's not much time left to save it. And even though you've just met, says there's so much darkness to deal with. Rather than curse it, he makes lamps to fight it. You've found your way through the darkness. You shine like the sun in the sky. But will you use that power? Hopes you see how much good. No matter where your path takes you, though, it's important to remember where you came from. Wonders if you know how much of an effect you've had upon the world. Your presence says he can see that in the way you brighten everything up. So happy you know you're helping brighten the world. There's plenty of it that's still worth saving. Whatever happens to the world, you shone as bright as you could. That matters more than you know. Says you did the right thing in taking up with the Myriad. They buy claims he wasn't trying to sell you anything. Now, says he can see by the twinkle in your eyes that you're not here to talk about your allies. He assumes you are here to be enlightened. He can't blame you, as everything just feels dark and hopeless these days. There's something about you, like you're knit together. Your fate's connected. What you've said, he feels too. So why not call him Me Too? He senses you're like the dayfly, living every day. Believes no one is entirely dark. Even the worst have a spark of good in them. Mito says he's not only into those who shine bright, he likes things that glitter too. He reckons you haven't seen a glitter moth, and says it's about time you did. Even though they're nesting near gone grass, they never run out of glow. Finding yourself a glitter moth would give you that glimmer of hope you need to continue all the way to the end. You really do need them alive. Dead glitter moths fade. makes your skin crawl. Found some e-waste. Worthwhile. Heroes are only heroes for others, but they do the work, or they're heroes to no one. That place there's a real fixer-upper, not an entirely lost cause. You need to swivel the globus's bearings to get the atlas mapper to work. The best stories are about heroes. This is such a story. Metal scrap, that's the good stuff. That's just awful. Watch your step around here. Don't look down. It's flat out black out there. Running low. Glittermoth Cave is right here. Do you feel safer or more exposed in the dark? This place is called Brightlight. Mito lives close by. Mito says there's darkness in everyone's life, but as a lamp maker, he wants you to know there's light too. His goal in this dying world is to be like a flame fly, burning to light the way for others, and therefore he still makes lamps. You look like you're in need of a special get-through-the-night lamp, but to make something like that, he'd need a flame fly. Says that's the kind of attitude that spreads light everywhere.
There's a bright day coming.
Hey, that's going to get you burned.
The only one getting burned around here is you.
That stings.
Oh, do you want some first aid for that?
Ruta.
That's enough glittermoths to make her plan work.
Asana Yotpa.
She wants you to stop worrying about the paths you've ridden and focus on the inevitable road ahead, the one that leads to confrontation with the World Eater.
Andro?
The hoof puff is evidence of the duality of evolution, utterly beautiful and grotesque at the same time.
Kala.
She means that the hoof puff has had more time to eat at the root as it's been isolated in the Knoopstonies mountains.
Monibasa.
So, based on that alone, she reckons it has suffered as...
Pendriensenema.
It reminds her of the gnotes and, like them, it's hoofed. They're just a lot bigger. grab tight and don't let go. Brick-a-brack like that is like a gift to unwrap. Nice metal scrap. You can always use that. There's something there. Stronger. Swoop. This is an epic already. How it ends is up to you.
사람 모두
That sealed the fate of the third World Eater. Just one more to go.
can off.
Out of Date asked to see you again to congratulate you and let you in on the final phases of his plan.
Follow 말았지.
This is your chance to get his priorities aligned with yours. Do right by your tribe and the world at large.
말의 실행력.
Just head back to the Ark. He seemed eager to see you again.
베리?
She wonders if the rumors she's heard about you finding
도마레 투구
thinks
둘이 콤발라무마
with the world recovering, the Ark
안드로?
loves that you did your best.
나로로테
Any
So, what we have here is an opportunity to help your next. There's a seat open on the Ark should you want to offer it as a gesture.
Why? You don't.
If you want to go...
But you know.
Ignada aldo
feels deeply honored that you'd want her to come with you. An Ark is no ganote, but she could
Aria roche nui mumera
knock her.
Anora kapapom
Tell it to Gallon.
Lu Putulua.
Out of Date says there'll be consequences of the war, but there are more pressing matters at hand.
Mauya.
The last World Eater has been left undisturbed with the tree while you focused on the war.
Lotu Lu Bayo.
He thought someone with your light perspective and key would have had different priorities and faced the World Eaters before resolving the tribe war.
Oloi Bobo Paweg.
Regardless, Out of Date is grateful the tribe war is over.
Le Yayato.
Out of Date understands the road has been rough, but you already know what's left to end this journey, and it'll be tough.
Far come Makoto far Titaba.
You're the only one that's strong enough to face the last World Eater. The future depends on someone with a light perspective to give the world a chance to survive.
Luatolo Maua.
Only time will tell what the future holds, and if it will bring a lasting peace for those that make it to the end.
Tolowoya Lo Yalo Batoloyo.
Out of Date says the word about what you've done so far is spreading. The tribes haven't lost hope yet.
Luatolo Maua.
He appreciates what you've done so far, but unfortunately, he's had urgent news from his friend Wiz in the northwest.
Kobwa Yake.
He's unsure about your intentions, but hopes you'll support Wiz.
Bubuko von Vunvun.
He says he'll point you in the right direction, but finding Wiz and making sure he gets what he needs is up to you. That doesn't sound good. Out of Date's hunch is real. The Merc Puff is up next.
Weta Gono.
Out of Date says that Wiz is worried now that the Northwest World Eater is stepping up its activity.
Pilvov Ugvuhu Vobra Boom.
He explains that Wiz is working on an undersurf vessel in order to get to the World Eater, but needs help to get it done.
Kotuvon Ko Kumvun Kono.
Out of Date suggests that you should head northwest as fast as possible and see what you can do to help.
Ato Wamawa.
He's happy to help.
Honto Konto Epon Yevun Goja.
Understands you have things to do. keep on tracking down here and things will look up eventually. Old brick-bracks like that, sometimes still full of good things. Stand against that. The dark's good for sneaking up on things.
Ikaya marafka tid vaksa u intaba sem
Asks you to do the right thing for the...
uvuchu iskualehan yoshkaba.
That's so...
Serious.
You just...
Dark.
Gross. This place stinks. Metal that's scrapped. all was shiny and chrome. Take this seriously, or it'll take you down. Beastie, this mount is so gentle. That's an aurora totem. Legend has it that activating the four of them together will form a band of your aura in the sky. You've discovered Fanaki leaves, the densest jungle in the land. Better get hacking. Well, that brick-brack looks almost intact. Worth checking out? Keep hammering away. Your destiny waits on the path you'll take to avoid it. See that plastic scrap over there? There's some strongy metal scrap for you. Made it count. Everything is at stake. That old home's still relatively together. You need to give the tensioners on the machine head a matching adjustment to get the twing-twang in tune. That sounds delicious. You're full of pluck. Good hit. A duel. You found the Moly Hole outpost, an old Pichu tribe hole in the wall. The oil claimed this land a long time ago.
Menhanu.
Says the shop hold.
Lebulama.
Voilà, dernière.
Says the shop holds.
كل شي متهفن.
一直杂八糟啊。
Peddler.
把宝贝我。
Can't be too many days like this left at the rate the world is ending. The Surge Surf Factory. Keep your eye out for Wiz while you're here. Let's see. Maybe just be for a moment. Look at the notices on that board. No one paid much attention to them, it looks like. Wiz should be around here somewhere, probably. A Surge Surf Factory was one. The thicker the surf became with goo, the more the machinery clogged up and stopped working. Like most things from the bygone. There are sure to be more tracks around here, maybe by the shore. Wuz isn't easy on the tongue, but I think he says he's happy to see a friendly face. Not too many of those around these days. Says it's good to see you again. He's Wiz. You might remember him from the old days when he let you try his octopod? Wiz remembers you were such a cheery kid, and he's glad to see that light hasn't faded from you, despite the years. But Wiz understands it was a long time ago, and memories get... He set up camp at the foot of the Tree of Life. It's gotten more difficult for it to find defenseless prey, as it's already eaten most of them. Wiz says our memory keeps things for us, preserves them until we are ready to face them again.
Uliana.
He knows you've returned to face Lupa Lupin, and that confrontation is as inevitable as the tides.
Para.
He's not surprised that the loss of your family could plunge you into the depths forever, but you've always been able to rise like a bubble to the surface, no matter what.
Balanarkal iran vanal.
He knows that though the tides of history may push... He feels you've deserved revenge because of how you were wronged. You've suffered enough to make him pay.
Oh, yes! That is delicious.
No, you need less dog. No,
Yes,
just spit it out.
awfully good, you mean?
Mai?
Asks if you ever think about freedom and whether any of us really has it. Did you make the decision?
Non pakalan ni Bipala.
Maybe that's true for you, but he's not so sure about his own fate.
Irovante vakar.
Amazed the world is going to continue on, but happy to hear it. Still so many things to invent.
Inya meri artikalo ala kantia.
Impressed that you fought so hard to keep the world spinning.
Mek.
Thinks you were smart to join with the Myriad. They have a rainbow of ways to...
Inya meri artikalo ala kantia.
Says they're unified in the ways that matter.
Ano pavam nigracho.
But that's not nearly as important as this.
Monoyam.
Wiz says that you should let the past dwell in the depths. But there's something else down there too, gnawing at the Tree of Life. He's named it the Merc Puff.
How mandakan.
This is why he's tinker-tonkering with the octopod. But the lid got stuck, so he needs a big enough tug twister to open it up and let you a-go in.
Niravam estamat karado.
He can't leave the surge station, so you must help.
Kalay rontun.
Getting that tool will help turn around the situation for sure. It'll definitely help him unshut the hatch. Someone has to end this plague before it's too late. You just found a fixer-upper. Wonder what finally broke it down. Go get on it and run fast as you can. You run like the wind. The plague that's ruining the land needs to be stopped. An old home could be something good. Isotope. Microwave. Smarten up. Bang Shelter 11E. Just the place to ride out a storm. It's a cold zone. Even a thick coat of fur is enough to keep you warm here. The whole place used to feel so alive. the hut. Wonder if there's anything still inside. Every little bit helps. You'd better get a move on if you want to change things. You need to turn the pegs in sync. You really put a spin on it. Metal scrap. Great for making tough things. History is nothing but a series of stories. Found a bric-brac that's not absolutely flat. dead. Rad! Don't want to point a finger, but the Mecha Stadium is near here. As long as karma exists, the world changes, and we change with it. Locked. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. This story needs a hero. Looks snug. You need to loosen the bolts without unsettling it. That's too much distress. That's it. The tug twister's loose. Let's hope it turned the grabbing hand into a helping hand, too. It's a game of life, yours and everyone else's. He believed the tug twister would do the trick, but now realizes brute force. He agrees that it's an option if you want to break stuff, but in this case you want to keep things intact, so it won't leak once you get undersurf. He says the lid should open if you sprinkle grease it. Problem is, he's all out. He knows his old friend Choo Choo always keeps his grease sprinklers well filled. He should have an extra that you can borrow. He stresses that you should come back as soon as you... Wiz heard he's currently stranded at the end of the line, so it should be easier to track him down now compared to when he's running rails. This is all about you. Whether you succeed or fail, it's on you. Let's see. stay on top and you'll be fine. That's a bang plant, where Toxanol used to make all sorts of splody things before it blew up in their faces. You can make so many amazing things out of wood scrap. Every day is a new chance to fulfill your destiny. Good ride, Long. Tell it, no biting. You've reached the end of the line. Bet you can find Choo-Choo here.
Basato kunto pa.
You need to swivel the globus's bearings. Wheel the control box handles to buzz the wire. Wired up and ready to go. It's beyond late.
Mala no kasap.
Choo-Choo knew you would make it to him one day. All you have
Poto?
claims rails are like rules. If you follow them the way you're supposed to, everything good in life can roll your way.
Chuchu.
Says you followed the rails to where you need to be, but tracks have switches in them too. The question is then, will you keep on the same track or look for a way to hit that switch?
Lapato?
You seem like you're on the right track already. He just hopes you don't get sidetracked onto a darker path.
Kato.
Whichever way you go, he wants you to know that the rails never steer you wrong. Stick to them and they always bring you right to where you're meant to be.
Pa.
Wants to know if you've ever regretted taking one track in life instead of another. If you could go back, would you switch tracks or keep chugging along the one you're on?
Kamapa?
Likes your sureness, the way you keep at it like a chug-chug with no way to reverse.
Karimata
Seems like the world came out of its rut and is chugging toward higher ground again.
Go sitaba.
Can't thank you enough for hitting the brakes and working to turn the world chug around.
Go sitaba.
But let's not get derailed.
Chuchu.
Says he's surprised to see anyone this far out, but sometimes the wrong train does take you to the right station.
Basato kunto pa.
As you can see, he didn't plan to make a stop here, but now that he had to, he's really happy to see you. He says his name is Choo-Choo.
Bambaksuda.
He's been off track since the world started dying, but he's trained his mind to stay positive regardless of the situation. Says sometimes life runs off the rails, but it's always better when they're good and greased. He's convinced the tracks are like the paths our lives take, and you must deal with the outcome, even if you didn't lay them yourself. This time, though, he was sidetracked and needs a new wing nut to get back on track. Wing nuts are easy to find, as they're fitted on any in-front chugga-chug. Says he knew you would, like he knows the way the rails run. Choo-choo. Let's see. No time to graze, let's go. The Wingnut Chug Tunnel. It goes on forever. Feels like a monster's lair down here. Ooh-wee, that's biohazard. More than a flesh wound. X-ray.
Così va. Passato conto pa.
Choo Choo says he knew you'd come through. If someone makes a stop at your station, it's for a good reason, but he understands no one gets their tracks greased for free.
Poto?
He'd be happy to part with his spare grease sprinkler, as he believes it's a great fit for any of your business that needs to be unstuck.
Muy canto passato chuchuchu.
He keeps it safe in a box on the handcart, in case of emergency.
Bambachuda.
It's on the cart. He wants to keep it close by. In general, you won't have much time to act in case of an emergency. Choo Choo says you should help yourself to the grease sprinkler.
No kasaba.
It's a versatile tool from the bygone, a last of its kind, so don't let it go to waste.
Bye.
He's convinced you'll put it to good use, as there are lots of stuckies out there that need greasing to open.
Paramalo?
Seems glad you think so. You're on the right rail.
Malam.
Choo Choo says he can't wait to get out of this place. So says you covered the important things already. You shouldn't worry about smashing up the box. Choo Choo has...
No kasaba.
Choo Choo says he feels...
Bambachuda.
He's convinced there was a bigger reason you met. Sometimes the... He believes you've got what it takes to make a difference. He's witnessed it himself. Says fate. Choo Choo's thrilled you found the Ark. Just imagine how much faster than a chug that thing must be. And no... Bets it could fly circles around any chug yard. The world's on the mend, so no need to leave it. But just think of... Says he's happy to see the Ark in your hands. Knows you'll go great places. Wonders who you might call aboard the...
So, what we have here is an opportunity to help...
A conscious choice to be alone means
The thing we're really missing here is...
the world will be a better place.
Well, anyone...
Hopes you figure out someone better to ride the Ark with you. Choo Choo says he's ready to pack up. Says you're welcome back. Tells you to keep... Choo Choo says he's ready to pack up and leave. Don't push yourself too hard around here. It can be rough. Wiz says that there's no plan to confront the Merkpuff until the octopod is properly armed.
Jim.
He knows you'll need something that packs enough boom to put a dent in that shell, or better yet, he says his old friend Boom makes... There's a rumor that some of Boom's pyro sticks... You should keep an eye on the horizon for pyro. Boom has named the place Puff Duff Bluff. It sounds silly, but it's an accurate description. it's harder for others to see you in the dark. Guess you still want more than that. Watch your balance. That looks like an unbanged pyro stick on the loose. Better catch it before it goes off. You're here for a reason. It's up to you to figure out what that is. The Myriad tribe has become...
Piappo, nebek göl.
pyrosticks will cause a bang, but targeting is on you. At least now you have a chance to...
Gamuka.
He hopes so, as there's no Plan B, or more correctly, Plan C. Out of Date has named this Plan B. Plan A was to take on the World Eaters by foot, or flaps in this case. Turns out swimming down there was a bad idea.
Nan uyom cheva.
Wiz has been working on another cannon, but instead of pyrosticks, it squirts guppos.
Jim.
Seems the best way to find guppos is go talk to Gil. He has a natural sonar and knows where the guppo...
Katal ilvanto aliak.
This means you'll have to go visit Gil at Bourbon.
Ninkanabam katal.
Guppos are lively beings, and they're fast too. They're here, there, and... The world needs saving. Make the most of the day. Check out those guns. That there is a fume foundry where toxanol processed go juice. Could this thing steer itself? Let's see. This is Bottom.
Me howdy feta.
Happy to finally get to...
A steady of man.
Figures it's impossible. As bad as the air might...
Fest and trip.
It must have been upstream only to get to this point in your histo-future.
Men flinke fartyg.
It's crazy hard to flipper against the surf, but you can't save the world if you...
Sådan.
Either way, it's a shame the surf has gotten so...
Right way to cloud something.
Thinks life is like trying to ride a wave. You need to pick the...
Pangwhale matter.
Wonders who would want to. The right wave takes you where you want to go.
Gweth.
Can't imagine how wonderful it's going to be to surf on gooless goo. The world is going to live.
Eira.
Can't thank you enough for fighting against the goo.
Mein cried on a fader.
Happy you ride alongside the myriad.
Fest and trip.
Thinks that's an excellent point. Riding is life.
Enough tournament. Ray key.
But none of that's nearly as important.
Fest and trip.
He never drank from this pond because of the disgust.
Cofintra bidwitchen.
Even the fish stopped drinking here after the pollution made the surf muck.
For any tail.
He figures the tree of life isn't drinking either. Or, well, figures you're right, but that doesn't mean he has to drink that.
Western Hannelore.
His friend Wiz needs guppos for one reason or another, and Gil is ready to point you at...
Meant to worry.
But here, you're only going to find dead ones. He's pretty sure Wiz wants them alive. If you head in the right direction, figures he's always been a friend to Wiz, and now he can... Let's see. A breeze would be wonderful right now. This is Guppy Grotto. It really is a different world underground. You never know how long anything's been buried underground. that's rare. Oh, it's locked. A master crafted this one. Never know what's hiding out in the dark. Nice find. Finders keepers. That seems to be enough guppos to provide the octopod with infinite ammunition. He's surprised the Merc Puff's been able to hold its breath all this time. It's just another proof of the evolutionary change caused by Toxanol's contamination. Being undersurf has meant the Merc Puff has been left alone to munch on the root down there undisturbed. This means the northwest route has suffered more damage than the other. The marks the corporation left behind on the land are everywhere, but they also abandon. stopping you now. That was the last of them. You've sealed the fate of the tribe and the tree. It's time for the end.
Oh, the goose are gonna head
You have your destiny. Follow it all the way back to out of date.
by the frame.
Just continue to stay true to yourself and respect others whatever happens. You've become their... It's time to return to the tree one last...
Mai?
He's learned you discovered and activated the last of the arcs. How exciting.
Niram estamat karado.
That's the only word.
Tavarimei?
Just imagine how much more...
Unarupucho. Emacho.
You fought well.
Urval.
Question.
So, what we have here is an opportunity.
Why?
If you want...
But you know you...
Urval.
Almost can't speak. He's so happy to be...
Balanarkal iran vanal.
Wiz knows it's the same old, but he likes talking to you.
Mu.
Understands... Just be glad that beastie let you on. Let's see.
Iatu yao mawa.
Out of Date says the signs of the end of the world are everywhere. It seems nature is
Kobwa yake.
The day of reckoning is coming, and you are invited. He can feel...
Yavovo lolan awful.
If you haven't decided whom of all like-minded light-hearted...
Satuatan pop kila.
Then grasp your last chance to make sure Loopalupin's stopped for good. The tree...
Bubu dubuko.
He says you need to see Loopalupin eye to...
Bubu dubuko.
He's happy to help.
Tolu keta. Ya wawan away.
Says goodbye to you.
Misa.
The Sifu is seeking revenge too. He hasn't forgotten what Loopalupin did, but he also wants to stop him from attacking his tribe. That the world seems to survive doesn't mean he must.
Poroti nat.
He hopes you agree, even if it goes against your light-hearted nature.
Fare frame.
There's no room for predators in the world the Myriad tribe is building.
Ala banglif.
But he knows this is your fight. You should handle it. Lupa Lupin's own fear was his shackles, not the roots of the tree. It just changed him. A chance to stand back and let the tribe handle it. The Sifu is ready to step into the fray. Are the odds about to change in your favor? If a friend dies, something inside you dies. You can save the Sifu by making yourself a target. You're on. Shockwaves spread when the world crumbles. This is not a prophecy, me telling you about the future. It's you shaping it. Here's a vulgar display of power. The more he does, the stronger he becomes. It's time you remember who the real enemy is and stop playing the game his way. This is how it ends. The Predator and the world itself suffering. But at least it's a sign they're both still alive.
So, what we have here is a clear matter of life and death, and only you can make a difference.
That was unexpected, but welcomed. The big bad predator left for dead.
I think the thing we're really missing here is someone with a heart and soul. The only thing we've got left are those...
Heart and soul, life and death are one thread. The same line viewed from different sides. It's just...
Well, anyone in their right mind can see you're lost. But you're right about the thread. Unfortunately, it's been very dark and has...
We all make choices, but in the end, our choices make us. There's no peace without forgiveness. It's no better time than now to accept a helping hand. Do you wonder what turn life might have taken if you'd done things different? A left when you went right? A yes when you said no? You've walked the thin line between survival and disaster and haven't lost your balance yet. It's because of you the Tree of Life and the world has been given a second chance. You carried the light in a world full of dark and made a difference in a place that needed change. You allied with the Myriad tribe and acted on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. However, light and dark does simply represent the polarities of life. One can't exist without the other. This isn't the end. Just being surrounded by nature as it heals itself will rejuvenate us. Nature will teach us how to survive. So, trust your conscience to show you the way, and everything else will follow. He knows things that you... But you're not alone. Those that shared your perspective and gained your trust will accompany you on your journey. Is there a world out there that's better suited for those imbalanced in their light nature than this one? Whether or not, we'll leave your story on record, so those who come after will know you followed your light nature and saved the world. So, when all is said and done, it turned out to be an unusual ending after all. What could be better than ending the story the right way? Ending it your way. A beginning of something new.